Hi there, Dr. Sheep here. Welcome back to the TGIF Talks, episode 85. I'm your host, Dr. Sheep, joined by my co-host.
Oh boy, you're loud on my end too.
I don't know why that is. It's weird. Joined by my co-host, Anonymous Phil.
Yes.
Roll the intro.
Wouldn't you like to get away?
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
And they're always glad you came.
These podcasts are broken down into 4 parts. First, we have how our weeks have been, followed by the news, followed by your comment, followed by a random fourth topic. Today's random fourth topic is probably a continuation of part 1 because there's a lot to discuss in part 1. So, part 1. Phil, where have you been for the past week?
Oh, here and there.
You went to a new state, I hear.
I hear too.
Just tell the folks where you went, what you did.
I went to Cape Canaveral.
That is not... You did go to Cape Canaveral, though, did you?
I did.
I didn't know you guys were even going to stop there.
I heard briefly about it.
Oh.
Because they were discussing either that or Universal.
Ah.
But Universal was like far more expensive.
Cape
And
Canaveral's probably pretty
in my
cheap.
opinion, Cape Canaveral is more interesting.
Oh, far more interesting. What did you see down in Cape Canaveral? Did they have any rockets ready to launch?
Ready to launch?
Like sitting on the launch pad. I don't think they were actually going to launch
Well, I
anything
mean, we
this
don't
week.
need to go to like the famous hangar. I mean, we drove by the big building.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the famous big white building with the flag on the side and the launch pad 39A or whatever.
Yep.
We drove by it. We didn't get to see it like up close.
Well, I was just
We saw it from
curious
distance
if there was
because
a rocket.
they have a big museum and visitor center. Mm-hmm. And then there's like a bus tour that drives you past the place so you can see it and take pictures, but that's about it.
Well, I was just wondering if there was a rocket on the launch pad or not.
No, not that I could tell. Because they are supposed to launch Artemis, right? Isn't that coming up?
I'm sure SpaceX will use the launch pad before the Artemis mission.
But no, I don't recall anything beyond the launch pad.
The Artemis mission would be inside the hangar. I think
Plus,
Artemis...
the launch pad is like 3 miles away from the building.
Yeah, do you realize how big a rocket is?
No, but my point is, you know, counting elevation changes and all that, it's almost beyond the range of what you can see due to the curvature of the Earth.
Oh. So, I guess, is Florida pretty flat then as I had pictured it in my head?
It's like the flattest state.
Well, yeah, I know.
Number
Next-
one. Like if you were to rank all the flattest states, I think Florida is number one.
Yeah, then like Kansas, I'm pretty sure.
I think Kansas like 7.
Oh. I know
'Cause
we
I
are
think
not.
I remember hearing like it's a misconception. It's not as flat as you think.
I mean,
Because I know Vsauce did a video where he showed it's
flatter than a pancake.
it is not flatter than a pancake.
Oh, I thought they determined it was.
No, it's not. That's why he made a video on it.
Ah. Is Florida flatter than a pancake, though?
Like if you took a pancake and made it the size of Kansas, all the pits and stuff, because pancakes have pits and air bubbles and all that. Oh wait, maybe I have it backwards.
I was going to say, I'm like, have you ever looked at a pancake real close? There are holes that almost go all the way through it sometimes.
Well, the thing is, there's also the argument about how you have to consider Kansas curving around the Earth,
True.
and so one end of the state is lower than the middle part of the state, because it curves.
Oh yeah, I remember they showed
And
the graph.
I don't remember. I thought it was like backwards, but I could be wrong. Because then I do remember them comparing it to a bowling ball, like, or a billiard ball.
You know what you need to?
I'd have to rewatch the video.
You know what? We should go to the state fair next year.
Yeah,
There's this
in Kansas.
No, I don't want to go to Kansas.
Or our state fair.
Our state. Because when was the last time you've been at the state fair?
When I was a kid.
You need to go.
A wee little lad, about knee-high to a grasshopper.
They have this awesome exhibit where it's like Nebraska scaled up, and it's a topographical. It's a
what?
I can't say it. Anyways, it's a topographical map, and basically they have it set up so that it shows like how much higher in elevation you are on one end of the state compared to the other, and you can walk on it.
Mm-hmm.
It is so cool. You are so much higher in the panhandle.
Well, I told you. I think I told you. Like here, our elevation is about 1,000, depending where we are. It's about 1,000 feet above sea level.
Yeah, which is still high. I mean,
but if you go to the Panhandle, there is a part of Nebraska. I think it's Panorama Point. It is like either a mile or just under a mile above sea level.
Yeah. We drove.
And so that is, quite frankly, that's 4,000 feet.
Yeah, 4,000 feet is a lot.
4,000 feet over the span of, 500 miles across the state?
300. Depends.
Well, I think it's 500 because I think Omaha has like 500 mile markers, right?
Well, see, that's like, I don't know. I've always wondered that, and it's
I've always
funky.
wondered where the mile markers start.
Distance across Nebraska is about 430 miles long, 210 miles wide. Custer County. Oh, no way! We were actually pretty damn close to the geographical center of Nebraska.
Mullen?
10 miles northwest of Broken Bow. Like, we were so close. I didn't realize that Broken Bow is in the middle. It doesn't feel like the middle.
Wait, we drove through the middle, though. Right? Are you saying Mullen is the middle?
No, Broken Bow, 10 miles northwest of Broken Bow is the geographical center of Nebraska.
Yeah, but we weren't there. Like we were further from that.
We were in Broken Bow. We were 10 miles from it. That's pretty damn close, if you ask me.
Well, I mean, we were in Mullen.
Oh, we were even further away from it in Mullen.
Yeah, what is your argument?
I'm just saying that we were 10 miles northwest of. We were really close to the geographical center.
Oh, I thought you meant like our spot, our location.
No, I'm just saying when we drove through.
Yeah, when we drove through, yeah.
But Broken Bow doesn't feel like the center. It does not feel halfway.
No. Well, for some reason, to me, driving down Highway 2, I feel like I'm on the northernmost half of the state.
Well, when we get to Broken
because Merriam is that's like just south of the South Dakota border.
I don't.
It's like a city north of I forget what the highway is, but it's north of Highway 2. But there's a highway connecting Highway 2 to that.
What? I don't remember.
It's like north of Hyannis or something, or Alliance. I don't remember.
But anyways,
it was a possible location though, because it's near Bortle 1.
It was a But no, Broken Bow definitely doesn't feel like the center. It feels. I mean, truth be told, Lincoln isn't obviously at the edge, so it technically wouldn't be the
Omaha
center.
is.
Right. So it technically wouldn't be the center for us. But the thing is, it's just like when we were. Oh my God. When we were driving back that first time and I checked the map, I remember checking the map and just being like, oh my God, we are so far from anything still. I think that's like out by maybe further east than Mullen, but somewhere between Mullen and Broken Bow, I'm just like, we are so far from anything still.
Oh, I had that feeling when we went when we crossed into South Dakota to go to that corner.
Yeah.
I was like, if the truck dies, we're like stranded. We have no access to
Internet.
the grid.
Yep.
Nothing.
Yeah.
No
that was.
Wi-Fi. Literally no bars. We are off the grid, and minimal water and food because we decided to, just spend money on restaurants and stuff.
No, we had food and water on that trip.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was a trip how I brought my huge thing of water.
Yeah.
Yes, we were good on water.
We were good on water.
Because I brought my 40-pack or whatever.
Yeah, and we literally had ice still in the cooler. We could have drank out of the cooler if we needed to. So, we had food. And we had water. We didn't have a lot of food, but I mean, that's not that big of a deal. Walking back.
No, who needs food?
The issue is when you're out there, I don't know where to go because the roads, they don't. There's not a grid. You can't just follow the road.
Well, yeah. See, like
It's like
in
you
Lincoln,
get back to a road. It's
see, like in Lincoln, when I get lost in Lincoln, I can okay, the numbers are counting up. I know if I'm traveling east or west.
oh, I can't get lost in Lincoln.
Well, no, I'm saying like if I'm driving somewhere, like the other day. Well, it was dark out for one, but I turned the wrong way on Cornerska Highway, and I was like, I was on 84th, and all of a sudden I was like 96. I was like, oh, we're going the wrong way.
When
The numbers
you
are
got all the
up.
way to 96 and didn't realize you were going the wrong. 96
It
is
was
the edge
dark
of
out.
Lincoln.
Well, I was on 84th, and then I went to fill up gas, and then all of a sudden my orientation got mixed up, and so I didn't know if I needed to turn left or right to head back to civilization.
Oh, that happens to me all
And so
the
I
time.
turned the wrong way. And so then I went from 84th to 96 because there's no more intersection. I was like, well, as soon as I crossed, I was like, wait. Well, I feel like I'm getting further and further away. And so I had to wait till 96 to make a U-turn. That was the problem.
Yeah.
I had to wait till 96 to make a U-turn.
Yeah, there's no intersections out there.
Yeah, that was the problem.
Yeah.
And then
What road were you on?
Cornerska Highway.
Oh. So you were. There's nothing out
Cornerska
there.
Highway. What?
There's nothing out there. On 84th and Cornhusker, there's nothing out there.
No, there's a gas station over there.
Right, yeah, but like, you should know you're on your way to Waverly. But yeah, 96, 104.
I don't even know how I got. I don't even know. All I know is, well, see, I went to go fill up gas at the station I normally go to, but they were closed.
What the hell? A gas station was closed?
It was that place near the Walmart on North 84th Walmart. You know that gas station over there?
Murphy?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, that's
Murphy
the
was
place I told
closed.
you about.
Yeah, Murphy was closed.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the pumps were closed?
Yeah. I put in my card, and my transaction, so it went through. So I was like, okay, we're good. I went to fill up gas. I squeezed the nozzle, but it would just like
Clunk.
it wouldn't. I could feel no pressure. I'd pull back on the trigger, and then it just immediately go right back down. I could not get it to fill up at all. And so, I was like, what the heck? And I was like, I bet it's because the pump's closed, or because the convenience store or whatever, they had already closed. People had gone home for the day. So I wonder if they just shut off their pumps or whatever. I don't know.
That is the issue. They don't. I've been there after close. I don't. That's weird. But that is one
And so
thing.
then I was like, well, I guess I'll just drive north and hope to find something. And it was like something on 84th, and it was like a Casey's. Over there.
You should have driven south.
66. Well, no, actually, I found because see, Murphy was $3 a gallon. Then I went to a Casey's. Oh no, this Casey was on Havelock, and that was like $2.99. So
I drive past that Casey's every day. So you should have driven to the Easgo to see what its price was, and that's to the south of the Murphy.
How much does it easy go?
Well, it depends. Right now I don't know what the deal with Murphy is, but they are kind of more expensive than like Casey's, which is weird. Gas prices are funky right now. I don't get them. So the Easgo, it's a bit of a trap shoot, but I mean,
Yep.
they are usually about a cent higher than Murphy. So like they set a low price, and then Murphy sets a cent below them. But right now, I have no idea, since Murphy's is more expensive than Casey's.
Yeah, I've noticed gas prices have dropped a little bit.
They dropped, and it's weird. 2022 has started, and like everybody's forgot about Ukraine. Everybody's forgot about the gas prices. It's weird.
People are more focused on the Omni variant.
Kind of. Honestly, the news. I mean, I wasn't able to read news articles today. The MSN was being weird. I don't know what that was about. Luckily, I had news articles from yesterday that I picked out for today. But it was, I don't know. It was weird. But so you were in Florida, for the schmucks that don't know where Cape Canaveral is. And so
It's on the coast,
right.
the eastern coast, about middle part of the state.
So what else did you do while you were there?
Like halfway down the state, on the coast.
Did you guys drive to the Keys?
No, we went to the beach though, because we were like a couple miles from the beach. So we went to the beach. No, the Keys that's too far.
Well, I didn't know. See,
that'd be a whole nother day.
Yeah, it's true. See, here's my thing. If I was going to go to Florida, I guess I probably wouldn't go to Disney World. But I mean, you guys want tickets to Disney World, so you have to go to Disney
But we
World.
had to go to Disney World.
Yeah, so you had to go to Disney World. Personally, I would just say screw Disney World. I would just drive around Florida for 5 days. What would you rather do? A fun
time though.
What?
I don't know.
If somebody presented you with, we're going to go on vacation, you can either go to Disney World the entire time or drive around Florida for 5 days.
See, driving around Florida can kind of be a waste, though.
I don't know. You could drive to Miami, go hit a party or a club up in Miami. The next day, you drive down to the Keys.
Oh, really? You're the partying type.
It's Miami. I'd go to a club and wouldn't drink, but I'd go to the club. The women there would be beautiful. Anyways, whatever. You go to Miami, you hit up a club, whatever. You go to the Keys.
Yeah, but you wouldn't drink though.
That's not the point. It's Miami. It's a club. There's beautiful women there. It's Miami.
So you go there to be a creep.
What? No.
That's what I hear. You go to Miami to be a creep.
No. Whatever. I'd go to Miami.
That's what I'm hearing.
Anyways, I'd go to Everglades National Park. I would go to the Keys. I'd hit up a beach, obviously. Take a boat ride somewhere. You know, just drive to see the state. Obviously, I'd go to Cape Canaveral because I can now. Hit up any other Florida museums. I think there's like an ancient fort somewhere in North Florida.
Probably.
From the Spanish, because it is one of the oldest. It's not the oldest state, but it has some of the oldest settlements in the entire country. So
it does. That is true.
Well, anyways, so Disney World. What was your favorite part of Disney World?
Epcot.
Epcot. So what's it at Epcot?
It's basically like the futuristic imagination part.
Did you ride the monorail?
We did, yeah.
So is it really smooth? That because it's magnets, right? It's maglev, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. At least I think that's how it works.
And so was it really smooth?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that does sound cool. Yeah, Epcot probably would be my favorite part. So what was your favorite part of the whole trip, though?
No, I thought that's what you're asking.
Oh, you didn't like NASA that much?
The whole trip. Oh, Cape Canaveral.
Yeah, I figured. So when you flew into Florida, was it? I guess was the sun setting already?
Yeah. We came at what was it, like 10 o'clock at night?
Oh, that sucks.
We
Because
arrived really late.
I was hoping you'd
Why?
fly in and like get to see the ocean and stuff.
Oh no.
Because I flew in to Chicago. We did not O'Hare. It was just Chicago Airport, and just flying over the lakes was awesome. Like it's not an ocean, obviously, but it was freaking cool. I mean, the planes. You were at Christmas when they talked about it. When you come into Chicago, like those planes, they bank so much, and then they just drop to get down to Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. But I don't know.
I really wish though that the planes had a sunroof. 'Cause let me tell you, the stars would be immaculate.
Yeah, there should be.
I could see Orion and make out other constellations while we were in the air.
Was that on your way
Because
there?
you see the light. So you see the light. What's so cool though is you're like 30,000 feet up, and so you literally see lines, a gradient line of light pollution. Like it's pitch black, and then well, at least like what I can tell, it's pitch black, and then it's like this gradient, Bordeaux level gradient down to like this blue glow of the skyline from all the city lights, and then you just see like this blue glow transform into like this dark black background.
Oh,
And
that sounds
you can
awesome.
make out constellation. I mean, I couldn't see the Milky Way from the plane. I'm pretty sure it's probably above our heads, which is why I wish we had a sunroof.
Yeah,
but
and you were headed
I
south.
could, but
so
I
you
could
really-
make out Orion and Cassiopeia while we were flying. It was pretty cool.
You see the
Oh,
Pleiades?
by the way, what?
See the
No.
you should have been able to.
I mean, I probably should have been able to. I don't know. I didn't spot it.
If you could see Cassiopeia.
The other thing is, oh yeah, so I think I told you while we were in Florida though, we drove through what I believe to be. I mean, I marked the location. I was going to go and check, but it was probably near a Bordeaux 4, the highway, because maybe even like a 3.5 or something.
Ooh.
But I mean, I couldn't make out the Milky Way. I'm pretty sure if we stopped and I stood outside the car and let my eyes adjust, because the lights from inside the car, as well as the headlights, kind of mess with your dark adaptation.
Yep.
And so I couldn't really make out the Milky Way. But there were so many stars, like many more than, about the same amount of stars that I could see in the sky that I would recognize, at home. So, which is why I think it was like a Bordeaux 4 at least. And because you see all these other stars around the constellations of Orion. You don't just see the main stars. You see all these other little stars.
Well, you
around
can't see that here because Lincoln's in the way. Out there,
Yeah.
though, you're looking south. There's nothing. It's the ocean.
Exactly.
So that does
And
sound
so-
nice.
Actually, I took a picture of Orion while I was in Orlando. So I want to check and see what Orlando is, if it's a Bordeaux 7 or what it is, because you can make out Orion.
So
So I guess because see, I always had a Bortle 9 or 8 or whatever was like no stars. Oh no, you can still see constellations.
Well, yeah. Did you? Yeah, you have to read the thing. It depends on the constellation. But
It's just that
Cass,
the
you
problem is that with those big cities, you have buildings that are in the way. I think that's probably the main
should. That
problem.
is the issue.
I think so you're forced to only have constellations that are in your zenith.
Yeah. You should have been with. Oh, I wish you could have been with me Tuesday, because God, it was beautiful at my parents'. It was just crystal clear.
Mm-hmm.
Just crystal clear. Just the Milky Way was absolutely stunning. I didn't have any of my gear with me, and I had to get home, and I was just like, ah. And it was cold. It was very, very cold as well. But
I'm sure that helped though.
oh yeah, it was. Yeah, that was the day my car. Oh yeah, my car battery wouldn't start. But I'll save that for part 4. Part 4
Your car
will be
got what?
how my week's been.
What did you say about your car?
It broke.
Your truck?
Yeah, but that's part 4.
Okay.
Anyways, so yeah. Oh, but it was. There's something. There've just been. I have. I gotta write this down, because there's just. Ever since we went out to Mullen and stuff, I've gotten these full-time jobs. I've paid attention to the sky so much more.
Oh, same.
Like, now that I'm in this routine, it's like I'm coming home. It's late. I mean, you don't get to see as much as I do.
Yeah.
Just because you get home at like 3:30, I get home at 5.
No, it's more like 5.
Oh, you're staying at work that late?
When I get overtime.
Oh, I don't get
They
overtime.
They offer it, and so I take it.
I don't get
I'm like,
overtime.
I'll take overtime. And so really, I work like 7 to 5. And so that's like 9.5 hours because you have a half-hour lunch break.
Yeah. I don't get overtime.
Oh,
If I get overtime, I get yelled at. So.
really?
Well, I don't get yelled at. She shows up to my station. And she's just like,
Well, see, they
so you know why I'm here? And I'm like, oh man.
honestly, they don't really care because they want you to get your work done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the more stuff you get done, the more productive you can be, the better it is for the company.
So.
So they don't really care a whole lot about overtime. I mean, as long as it's just not like, well, see, I don't even know, because some of the guys get like 20 hours of overtime for the pay period, which is 10 hours a week. 10 hours a week.
Those
So
guys
they're
are there
working 50
sun up to sundown. I hate those guys.
You hate them?
Yeah, because they just make you look bad. And it's like me, who just works 40 hours. It's just like, bruh.
I mean, I don't mind it. I like what I do. So
I really
don't mind
can't.
hours.
I even if she did allow it, I wouldn't show up any earlier, because why would I want to? I might show up a little earlier. I might show up at like 8 instead of 8:15. But
Wait, you show up late?
I have to.
Wait, why?
As long
You
as
can't go in
I'm
when you're.
as long as I'm there before 8:30, I'm good. I don't have to be there till I am supposed to clock in at 8:15, but she would rather I clock in after 8:15.
So you can stay later.
Yeah, that, and just so that I don't hit overtime, even if I don't stay later.
Basically, you can't hit overtime, but she wants you to be there till close,
Till 5, yeah.
till 5.
I mean, she wants me to get out of there as quick as possible, and I do for the most part. Ah, damn it. Ah, I forgot to sign the sign-out sheet. Oh, well. No big deal. Anyways. They completely forgot to fill it out yesterday, but that's their problem. Anyways. Yeah, so. But, just, I will say I'm going to be a little depressed when the summer comes, just because, like, I'm going to be getting up in the day, which I guess I do right now anyways, and then I'm going to be getting home 5 o'clock. The sun's going to be barely setting. And it's going to be like, you kidding me? And then it'll be dark for like
Nice, though, won't it?
maybe an hour. What?
That's not nice.
I mean, it is nice, but if I want to watch the moon and that kind of
Oh.
stuff,
Yeah, in that regard,
that is the nice part about the winter. I hate the cold.
you get longer nights.
Yes, I hate the snow, and I hate how many clouds are in the sky in the winter.
In the cold.
I don't mind the cold. I can light a fire. I can get a heating
Yeah, but
thing.
a fire would ruin your light pollution. Your dark adaptation.
I don't know. A campfire is like coals. Like you can like get it like so there's flames, but then you let it settle down to its coals, so it still keeps you plenty warm. But it's not. It's just putting off really more thermal radiation than anything. Sure. Hold on, I gotta text this person. Anyways, so
I guess I never did finish. I'll go on though.
right, so I love coming home because there was that like Tuesday night. That wasn't the first time I had to. When I go to get my hair cut, like one of the times I went to get my hair cut, it was crystal clear. I have lucked out every time I went to get my hair cut. It's been crystal clear, and so I'm driving. I take Waverly, so I take 70th all the way to 77, and then sometimes I will take Waverly all the way to 14th, and then all the way to Val. But it really depends. But anyways, there's just something about driving down Waverly Road, and the sun is set, but like you're still getting that residual glow, and so like the landscape is like black, and the sky is just like it's almost black, but there's just this line of just red, orange, yellow, and blue, and then black, and it's beautiful. And it's just awesome. And it's just crystal clear night. You've got the line of the planets in the sky. Right now is just a beautiful time to go to see the sky. It's just gorgeous. It's going to be a bit of a bummer when the planets all disappear, because we are lucky right now that we get Venus, Saturn, and Jupiter in a line like that.
And Mars. I think Mars is also up.
It's not.
What? Because when I was in Florida, Mars was following Venus.
I haven't seen Mars.
Well, because it's being hidden by Venus.
Oh,
Look
okay.
look on your app. I was looking on the app, and I couldn't tell if I was looking at Venus or Mars. I was pretty sure it was Venus because Venus is super bright, but it showed Mars was right next to it.
The issue with Mars isn't it dimmer than Saturn?
Well, it probably is really dim, but my point is that it's up though.
Well, yeah. I'm sorry. I guess I didn't realize it worked its way all the way to Venus. Okay. We have Mars as well. You just can't see it. The thing about Mars is super dim. The sun needs to be set, so we won't see it for a while still.
But
actually, it's gonna get worse.
Just wait till April though, because if we go stargazing, there will be no planets.
Yeah. That is a bit of a bummer. I want to look at Mars through a telescope.
Well, that'll be a summer thing.
We gotta do that this fall. I mean, we should go to Friend or something, or go to my parents, get my telescope like set up and crap, and use it to look at Mars.
Yeah.
But Walter, we should do that one weekend this summer. I told my manager to get that weekend off. and the
Oh,
following
you already
week.
took it off?
Yeah.
What April 30th or whatever?
Yeah, I have April 30th through the 7th off.
You
And
took
then
the whole week?
it's my lockout. I have to.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah. So even if I don't go, I have a vacation. So even if like we can't go to Mullen that week, I've still got chances to go to Friend like all week long.
Yeah. Actually,
Or hell, even Mullen.
I should have a week of vacation built up too. I mean, I don't know if I want to take a whole week off.
True.
I will have a week of vacation.
You
a week
should
of vacation built up.
you should check with your manager and see how late you can schedule that, because the latest for you the better, so that we can get so we have an idea of what the weather's going to be like. Because it snowed on May 1st.
Well, I mean, as long as there's nothing like, I think I can take it off like 2 weeks or a week before.
Oh, lucky
like-
you. I can't do that.
Because when I took off my trip to Florida, I waited till like the last minute, like 2 weeks before, to tell them, because I didn't want to,
Beat that guy.
like jeopardize my job
Yeah.
for taking a week off. And so I figured I'd tell them super late, thinking that it's like it's no big deal if I can't go. I can't go. I'd rather work here and keep my job. But they were completely fine with it. And mostly because it was this time of the year, Christmas, and so they figured it was family time, and that was
That's
family
lucky
time.
you.
So they said go home.
It was busy for the bank. That week
I
wasn't
mean,
that
it's
bad.
busy. It's busy for us too, but they, knew family's important. They probably knew I already had plans before I got hired and stuff, so they didn't really care too much. They were fine with it.
Yeah.
But in general, I mean, I'm sure they'd like to know as soon as possible. What I do want to do though, for this, if we go out west though, we gotta look at the weather
Oh, absolutely.
and a month in advance, and just be like, all right, since the weather's typically right a month in advance, if it's going to be partly cloudy, it's probably going to be cloudy.
I mean, for this one trip, it was, but not a month.
Yeah.
Because a month is an average.
Because what I was thinking, that farmhouse or whatever, I figured what we do is the night, like the day how it's supposed to be crystal clear, like there's no clouds in the sky at all. That's the day that we spend it at the farm or whatever. And then all the other days, what?
And pull
We
an
pull an
all-nighter.
all-nighter. And all the other days we spend it Mullen. That way it's not like a crazy expensive trip.
That's genius. Yes. So we pick. I don't know
Because
how many days
you
we're
go to
gonna go.
Mullen,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's like the day that it's supposed to be perfectly clear, because you'll wake up and you'll be like, because I guess you can call them in advance, and I'm not sure what their busiest times of the year are, and then it's like looking at the sky, I think today's the night, and so you go and reserve it for that night.
We should bring my laptop and an HDMI cable, or your laptop and an HDMI cable, whichever, and we download my entire Voodoo collection on a flash drive or whatever.
I mean, that's an option, but I mean, I did tell you that there is still a lot to do there. I mean,
True.
There's the property. I forget how many acres it is. But
Well, I'm not talking
there's
like
a
that
lot of,
guy.
There's a pond. There's trails to hike on.
Well, I was thinking like the other
You can
days.
make it a full day adventure.
Well, I know. I was thinking about the other days.
Oh yeah.
The other days we can go do other things. I'm sure we'll find something. Lake McConaughey, there's an adventure for one day. But yeah, I mean, obviously we've got time. We are at 40 minutes. Like I said, this first segment, there's a lot to discuss this week, so that's why I'm splitting it up into two. Anyways, it is time for the